على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والمؤمنين والحمد لله رب العالمين. My dear brothers and sisters, respected elders and Hazrat ulama kiram, after this session, Insha'Allah al-Aziz, we are going into the core of Surah Al-Fatiha, Insha'Allah. Today I am going to talk about the topics that Quran contains, that Quran normally talks about. I'm going to talk about them topics. So if we look at the Mufassirin, by the way, Mufassirun are those scholars who actually wrote Tafseer and the commentary of Quran. We have a big list of great Mufassirin. But one of them is very, very famous. His name is Al-Imam Ibn Jarir, Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi. He wrote a tafsir called Tafsir Ibn Jarir, and we call his tafsir Tafasir. So when it's come to Mufassirin, he is a big name. His name is very big name. So according to Ibn Jarir Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi, Quran contains 3 topics. Number 1 is Tawheed. So when we say Tawheed, so we are not even talking about the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. Like in His personality, Allah Azza wa Jal, He is all alone. Not even because of His personality, because of His qualities as well. So He is all alone in His qualities. There is nobody can be ascribed with Allah Azza wa Jal in His qualities as well. So at-tawheed fi zatihi ta'ala wa at-tawheed fi sifatihi ta'ala. So one of the topic is them 3 topics that Imam Ibn Jarir Rahmatullahi Ta'ala mentioned. One is Tawheed. So Quran talks about Tawheed. There is no such a page in Quran that if you open Quran, each single page there will be either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 ayat related to either Tawheed fi dhatihi ta'ala wa Tawheed fi sifatihi ta'ala. It will be about the oneness and about the qualities of Allah Azza wa Jal. There will be definitely something mentioned. Second thing, according to Imam Ibn Jarir Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi, he is saying ad-diyanat. He used a term called ad-diyanat. So ad-diyanat, according to us, we call it al-ahkam, like, you know, the commands of Allah about salah, about zakat, about hajj, about jihad, about Islamic politics, whatever. Ad-diyanat. And the third thing, according to him, is al-akhirah. Allah talks about the day of resurrection, and the signs before the day of resurrection, and the signs of the day of resurrection, what will happen, in this life, and what will happen in the barzakh, and what will happen, on the day of resurrection, and when all the counting will be done. So some people will go to Jahannam, and some people will go to Jannah. Then Allah talks about Jannah, and then Allah talks about Jahannam. These are the words of Imam Ibn Jarir rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. So according to him, Quran contains these three main topics. Al-Qadi Ibn al-Arabi rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi came up with the same kind of, that there's no such a difference between his words and the words of Ibn Jarir rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. But we have a great mufassir that came in 12th century in India. His name was Al-Shaykh Al-Muhaddis Al-Faqih Al-Usuli Al-Mufassir Al-Imam Al-Shah Waliyullah rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. And he was a great mufassir. He wrote a book that related to rules of tafsir for a mufassir. If someone wants to become a mufassir, if someone wants to be an expert in tafsir, in the commentary of Quran, so he wrote a book as well that is related to usul al-tafsir. We call it Al-Fawzul Kabir fi usul al-tafsir, written by Al-Imam Shah Waliyullah rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi. He was from Delhi, from India. So he came up with some, different, kind of opinion. He says Quran talks about 5 things. This is very important thing that we need to understand this. So one is Tawheed that he has mentioned. The second thing is Akhirah that he has mentioned. Third thing is Ahkam that he has mentioned, that has been mentioned anyway by Ibn Jarir rahmatullahi ta'ala. 3 things I've mentioned already. So At-Tawheed wal-Ahkam wal-Akhirah. So Tawheed and the commands of Allah Azza wa Jal and Akhirah. But he has mentioned 2 more things. Ilm al-Tazkir bi Ala'illah and Ilm al-Tazkir bi Ayyamillah. 2 things that this Quran contains 2 more knowledges. One knowledge that gives you understanding of all the bounties of Allah that Allah has bestowed us with, and Allah has bestowed all His creation. Al-ilmu bil-tazkir bi-ala illah. Afaram yanzuru ila as-sama'i fawqahum kayfa banaynaha wa zayyannaha wa ma laha min furuj. So Allah talks about skies, Allah talks about heaven, Allah talks about Jannah. I read Surah Al-Rahman, I recited Surah Al-Rahman. So Surah Al-Rahman is all about فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّ. Each after single ayah, Allah is saying again and again repeatedly, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. So which favors of Allah that you deny? So At-Tazkiru bi-Ala illah. التذكير بإنعامات الله تعالى وآلائه تعالى. So Allah mentions all His bounties and His blessings in Quran. And that is, again, if you open every second page of Quran, there will be something definitely related to the ni'am of Allah Azza wa Jal, related to the blessings and the bounties of Allah Azza wa Jal upon us and upon His all. One of the greatest blessings that Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned, Allah Azza wa Jal says that I have bestowed you upon with great blessing that I have sent you Prophet like Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. لَقَدْ مَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذْ بَعَثَ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا. لَقَدْ مَنَّ اللَّهُ. That's a great ihsan of Allah Azza wa Jal. Indeed, that's a great blessing of Allah that Allah has bestowed us with, that He sent us a greatest prophet amongst all the prophets, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even on the day of resurrection, Allah will show us the greatness of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We will be in a situation. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب. The way Allah speaks about the day of resurrection, إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء. The way Allah speaks about the day of resurrection as if something big gonna happen on that day. And nobody will be able to speak. Allah will say, أين الجبارون وأين المتكبرون. Where them dictators gone? Where them rulers that used to think about themselves that they are powerful? Where they are now? Come and speak in front of me. And there will be nobody who can speak at that time. And Allah will say, لمن الملك اليوم لله الواحد القهار. Who is the master of today? Who is the owner of today? Is there anyone who can come in front of me? Is there anyone who can confront me today? Nobody. Anbiya will be crumbling. Everybody will be saying, Nafsi, Nafsi, Ya Rabbi, Nafsi, Nafsi. And there will be one voice that will come. Ya Rabbi Ummati, Ya Rabbi Ummati, Ya Rabbi. And that is Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And not even that, we will be going to Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, come and tell Allah Azza wa Jal to start counting, because we cannot even wait. Our hearts are coming out. وَبَلَغَتِ الْقُلُوبُ الْحَنَاجِرُ. You know, hearts will be coming out because of the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. Lady will run away from newborn baby because of the fear of Allah. Mother will run away. يوم ترونها تظهر كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها. كل ذات حمل, every animal will run away from newborn baby. And that's not the nature of
a mother.
Of a mother. That's how hard that day will be. And everybody will be mentioning, no, I am not for this, I'm not for this, I'm not for this, I'm not for this, I'm not. Allah Azza wa Jalla actually wanted to show us on the day of resurrection in the greatness of Rasulullah. And when we go to Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad come. So Prophet Muhammad said, Anala. And yes, this is my job. Anala. I am for this. And then Prophet Muhammad will prostrate no one time, 8 times, according to the words of Imam Jalaluddin Sayyidi Rahmatullah Alayhi. 8 times Rasulullah will do sajda. Irfa' ra'saka ya Muhammad. Irfa' sal tu'ta washfa' tushaffa, intercede and Allah accept your intercession. Yes. So Allah shows us the great, only that's one blessing amongst all the blessings of Allah. I'm talking about this one blessing, and that the blessings of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If he wasn't there, say, there will be no day of resurrection. There's nothing gonna start there. There's nothing gonna start. There will be no Jannah. There will be no Jahannam. Everything will finish if there's no Rasulullah there. Sallallahu alaihi. That's one blessing. So one of the things that Quran talks about is at-tazkiru bi ala'illah, about the bounties of Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah mentioned something about the blessings of Allah Azza wa Jal. I can mention وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ. هناك الأدلة أنفسية that we have in us. If we talk about ourselves, if we think about ourselves, how many bounties that Allah has bestowed us within ourselves. Think about skin. Think about the skin. If your skin is itchy, ask a person, how irritated is that? Ask that person. If my skin is itchy just from here, it's just a little place, a little piece of my body, as it itches again and again. Ask me how irritated I will be. If I can't feel my skin, if I can't feel it, think about it. So we understand the bounties of Allah Azza wa Jal, the blessings of Allah. When we go to doctors, we see there are a lot of people, there's so many types of illnesses, 1,000 types of illnesses. And there is again rahmah of Allah there. A lot of people, they have food because of our illnesses. And because of this illness, so many times I come closer to Allah Azza wa Jal because of my illness. So that's again rahmah upon me, again mercy upon me, that I wasn't coming to Allah Azza wa Jal because of one illness I came to Allah. So that's again bounty basically. The illness in itself is a bounty. It's a ni'mah, it's a blessing. That's why it has been mentioned. Al-mawtu tuhfatun lil-mu'min. Maut is, death It's a very hard thing to face. But Allah, it has been mentioned, it's a gift for us. Why? Because we will come out from the calamities of this world. And we will be in front of Rasulullah. That's why you look at the words of Sayyidina Bilal radiallahu anhu. His daughter is sitting down and she is crying. Wa karbu abba, wa karbu abi, oh, what happened? What a regret you are going from me. And he's saying, wa faraha. Bilal radiallahu anhu. What a happy day for me. What a happy day for me. غَدًا نَحْنُ نَلْقِي مَعَ مُحَمَّدٍ وَأَصْحَابِهِ. Tomorrow I'm going to meet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He knew that he's going to meet them. So for Asla, maut is basically a bounty. So that's why Quran, one of the things that Quran contains is bounties of Allah, the blessings of Allah, the in'amat of Allah Azza wa Jalla. This has been mentioned by Shaykh Shawulillah rahmatullah. And the fifth thing is, so al-tawheed, and then al-akhirah, then al-ahkam, then at-tazkiru bi-ala'illah. Fifth one is at-tazkiru bi-ayyamillah. What is ayyam of Allah? Ayyam is a word that we normally use in classical Arabic. In classical Arabic we say Yawm Badr, Yawm Uhud, or Yawm Khandaq, Yawm Hunayn is a'jabatkum. So Yawm that we use, because normal days are the days, but in Arab country, in Arab culture, main day they used to call it a day when they used to face an enemy. When they used to face an enemy, at that time they used to call that day is a day. Because we became a man and our enemies became men and we were fighting. Otherwise we are the same, ladies are men, there's no difference. The difference that we can show you on the day of battle. On the day of battle. So I'm facing my enemy and he is facing me. That's why look at the words of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala when he comes in front of أَنَا الَّذِي سَمَّتْنِي أُمِّي حَيْدَرًا كَلَيْثِ غَابَاتٍ كَرِيهِ الْمَنْظَرَ. He said, أَنَا الَّذِي, who is saying? Sayyidina Ali in front of Marhab. أَنَا الَّذِي سَمَّتْنِي أُمِّي. He is saying the whole Khaybar knows me. All Jewish families know me. And I'm the best amongst all of them. I can face more than 200 people in one go. Who are you? You are the little boy, son of Abi Talib. You cannot face me. And he said, أَنَا الَّذِي سَمَّتْنِي أُمِّي حَيْدَرًا. I am one, my mother named me a lion. I'm a lion. أَنَا الَّذِي سَمَّتْنِي أُمِّي حَيْدَرًا كَلَيْثِ غَابَاتٍ كَرِيهِ الْمَنْظَرَ. I'm like a lion of jungle. Come and face me, then you will understand who I am. I just remember one story, so let me mention it. In Ghazwat Khandaq, obviously Muslims were in Madinatul Munawwarah. In the Khandaq, that place that Prophet Muhammad made it ready because of the opinion of Sayyidina Abu Sufyan radiallahu ta'ala. These people never saw, especially the people of Quraysh, they never saw that kind of strategy before. So they were like, oh, we came that many people, we cannot even attack on Medina because of this Khandaq. We cannot go, because that was too big and nobody can overcross. So over there was a person, his name was Amr ibn Abd Wud. Amr ibn Abd Wud. And he used to come alone in front of 100 people. He was very powerful when it's come to battles. So back in the days, they used to use a word mubariz. Hal min mubarizin. Is there anyone who can face me before battle starts? So there will be battle between two troops, two different sides. Before them start together to come and attack upon each other, let's me and you face each other. Let's see who's going to be winning. So he's standing there and he's saying, Hal min mubarizin from your side, Muslims. You use this different kind of strategy. We never know about it. We never knew about it. So is there anyone from you who can come and face me? So Hazrat Ali got up. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, sit down. Ama tara annahu Amr ibn Abd Wud. You see, he's Amr ibn Abd Wud. He comes in front of 100 people, comes in front of. So Prophet was a man, he sat down again. He came second time and he said, Hal min mubarizin. Where are those people who love Jannah? Your Prophet is talking about Jannah. Where's your Jannah gone? Where's your Hur gone? Where's your love for Jannah gone? Come in front of me. Hazrat Ali got up again. Prophet Muhammad said, sit down. Ama tara annahu Amr ibn Abdul. Can you see he's Amr ibn Abdul? He sat down again. Third time he started. He said, okay, so do you love Allah Azza wa Jal? Do you believe in the promises of Allah? If you believe in the promises, your Prophet has made promise with you that you guys gonna go to Jannah, and you believe in Allah Azza wa Jal and the powers of Allah. Who is there who believe? At that this time, Hazrat Ali never looked back to Rasulullah. He went the other side. He said to him, who are you? He said, I'm son of Abu Talib. What's your name? Ali. Are you the youngest one? Yes, I don't go with kids. I don't go with kids. Go and call someone. Bring some elder. But he said, I'm going to face you. Hazrat Ali said,
I'm going to face you.
I want to. And at that time, Prophet Muhammad praises him. Allahumma ansur aliyan. Allahumma ansur aliyan. Ya Allah, help Sayyidina Ali. Help Ali, help Ali. And at that time, he said, okay, who's going to come first? Hazrat Ali said, you're going to come first. Try it. You come first. And he was saying there will be then there's no one who can cry upon you. Remember, if I come up with one of my shorts, everything will
finish.
You will finish. You are done. He said, that's never gonna happen. Hazrat Ali said, you will see me after. When you finish your short and my short, at that time, when my short will come, at that time you will know what is power all about. He knew that the power of Rasulullah is behind. Sallallahu alayhi. He came up with his usne war kiya, uske baad Hazrat Ali he defended himself properly. And when Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu said, Allahu Akbar, and then people saw Amr ibn Abdul was in two pieces. One piece on that side of horse and the other piece was on
that side.
Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. So at-tazkiru bi ayyamillah, Allah talks about the days of Allah. Days of Allah, about Aad. فَأَمَّا ثَمُودُ فَأُهْلِكُوا بِالطَّاغِيَةِ وَأَمَّا عَادٌ فَأُهْلِكُوا بِرِيحٍ. I've done this to Adis. I've done this to Samudis. Allah talks about Fir'aun. Allah talks about Namrud. Allah talks about the days of, when Fir'aun faced Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. So Allah talks about them, all other nations. Allah talks about them. And Allah said, whoever listened to me at that time, I helped them. And everybody knows. So Musa alayhi salatu wasalam name is alive. His family name is alive. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is alive. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam name is alive. His family name is alive. His family's Prophet Muhammad is from his family. Prophet Muhammad is from his family. Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman is from the same family. So his name and his followers' names are still alive. Nobody knows Namrud. Nobody knows Fir'aun. Nobody wants to name his son with the name Fir'aun and Namrud or Qarun. But everybody wants to name his son Ibrahim or Musa or Isa. Am I clear? So this is what we call it al-ilmu. Ilm bit-tazkiri bi ayyamillah. So these are the 5 topics that Allah talks about. I am a little student of Quran. I'm nobody. But I've learned something from great shuyukh. So I want to mention something that according to my understanding what Quran talks about. Basically, Quran is not the book of history. So you can, treat it as a book of history. Quran is not a book of law so that you can treat it as a book of law. Quran is basically the book of guidance. That's why if you look at the first ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. This book has no doubt in it and it has guidance for pious people. So Quran is basically the book of guidance. Kitab al-Hidayah. So it brings Hidayah in 2 things. It brings Hidayah in two things. Number 1, Hidayah in the knowledges of Sharia. Second, guidance in the knowledges of Sharia. No knowledge of Sharia. Knowledges of different knowledges of Sharia. Ulum al-Sharia. Al-Hidayatu fi ulum al-Sharia. وَالْهِدَايَةُ فِي عُلُومِ التَّكْوِينِ. So it gives you guidance how to act upon Sharia. And it gives you guidance how to run the whole world. So when Allah talks about how to run the world, then Allah talks about how to run Sharia upon your body first. Then upon your family, we call it Tadbirul Manzil. We call it in Arabic Tadbirul Manzil, how to run your family according to the rules of Sharia. And then how to run the Siyasa al-Madaniyah. As-Siyasa, how to run a community, how to run a country according to the rules of Islamic politics. So when we talk about this, actually we are talking against those people who are saying that Islam got nothing to do with politics and ulama are nothing to do with politics. No, Quran talks about ilm al-sharia and ilm al-taqween. Allah talks about ilm al-taqween. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, somebody asked him after his noble speech, someone asked him, is there anyone greater alim than you? And he should have said that, no, nobody. And he said it, there's nobody better alim than me. But at that time Allah said, Bala Abduna Khadir. Khadir has more knowledge than you, because he has been given the knowledge of taqween, how to run the country, according to how to bring good look. Here brothers, they are running this masjid. They come up with rules and regulations for masjid. So running a masjid related to taqween, running a family is related to how to run, everybody goes for work. That is related to taqween, how to run your home, how to run, the whole family according to the rules and regulations that you like in your family. Then how to run the country. If Allah is not talking about how to run the country, then what's the point of saying, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi? Inni ja'ilun fil ardi. Allah said, Inni khaliqun fil ardi khalifa, or Allah said, Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. There's a difference between khaliqun and Allah never said, I'm creating a khalifa. I'm gonna make him to become a khalifa. I'm gonna teach him to become a khalifa. So Quran again teaches you how to become a khalifa. And the Khalafat is related to taqween. If a person is mahir in the ulum of Sharia, in the ulum of taqween, that's how he becomes Khalifa. So Quran talks about these both knowledges. When it's come to the Sharia, Quran talks about 5 things. Whatever has been mentioned by Imam Shawariullah rahmatullahi ta'ala. But I'm going to mention one more thing, and that is adab. Quran talks about adab as well. Adab is mannerism. وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا وَلَا تَمْشِ فِي الْأَرْضِ مَرَحًا. When you walk on the street, be a, when you walk, do not walk like a big-headed person.
Humble.
A humble person, you should be a humble person. فَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ أَوْ. Allah Azza wa Jalla spoke to Musa alayhi salatu wasalam and Harun alayhi salatu wasalam. When you go and face Fir'aun, قُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. Go and speak to him in a polite way, in a polite manner. So these are what we call it? Al-adab, mannerism. Quran talks about mannerism. Ad-deenu kulluhu adab. Deen is full all about adab. So when you speak about anyone, speak in a nice way. وَأَوْصَيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إحسان ولا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. Do not say bad, even when you make that faces in front of our parents. Do not make that angry face in front of your parents. ولا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا. All this is mannerism. Allah talks about manners, adab. So the 6th thing that I brought with, that's al-adab. So that is about Sharia. When it's come to taqween, let me mention the last thing and then inshallah we'll go. When it's come to taqween, what Allah talks about. When it's come to taqween, Allah Azza wa Jalla talks about few things, and that's how the qualities of Allah, we understand the qualities of Allah. That's how we understand. Allah talks that He is a cherisher. Allah talks that He is a sustainer. Allah is Rabb. Allah is Hakim. And when Allah talks about Himself that He is a Khaliq, what does that mean? For example, there's a person, this brother, mashallah, he understands so many things that's related to, our daily life in terms of, creating and making new things. Say, Toyota is a company. Toyota company makes cars. Yes. There will be a company, Honda is a company that makes and creates robots. So a robot has a brain, if you understand. Computer has a brain. Car has a brain. And car goes according to the brain. And who created the brain into this thing? The one
who's made it.
Who made it. Yes. Similarly, Allah Azza wa Jal gave us a brain. So whatever you have, whether it's a car or whatever you have, there is a book with it. What we call it?
Manual.
A manual, handbook. Have you seen any great thing that has been created by someone or made by someone without handbook? No. Simple things, small things like this will be in front of you. There will be a handbook with it. How can you believe that Allah created us and He's saying, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ, and then He created us in a proper manner. I created you, I fashioned you. And then you say that He will never send us any manual. There's a manual which we call it Quraan. There's a manual. There's a brain and there is a manual. So use this brain to understand this manual. If you don't even listen to me, we are listening, oh mashallah, Qari Sahib recitation was really good, mashallah, very nice recitation. What you gonna do about it? You need to understand it. There's a manual. You need to understand how to run your family, how to run the whole world, how to understand the politics and everything. If you don't know it, if you don't want to know it, how are you gonna understand it if you don't want to read? Everybody wants to read the manual without understanding it. What's the point of reading them? أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. So this is what we need to understand. When Quran talks about Allah's qualities, that's how Taqween started. Remember, Taqween is the sifat of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and Tashri' is the sifat of Abd, human. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I have created you for ibadah. You are here to do my ibadah in both ways. Whichever commands I give you, according to Sharia, if there's command of mine comes through Sharia, understand it. If there's some command that comes through Taqween, understand it. Let me give you an example so that we can understand it. Without example, nobody can understand. Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu came. He came to the market. He saw a person who was selling something very cheap. He was selling it
very cheap.
Very cheap. He said to him, why are you selling it very cheap? He said, I want to finish my sila. All these things need to be finished as quick, so I need to go and see my wife. I want to go quickly to my wife. He said, for you to go quickly to your wife, that's a good thing. There are rules for the markets. And in this market of Medina, there is a rule. And there is price list for everything. For you to sell it on that particular price, you are not allowed to either take more money or less money. إما أن تصعر سلعتك وإما أن ترفع عن سعرها. Either put it on the same price or either go from here. What is this rule? This is what you call it Taqween. That's how Taqween comes in. He came up with the rule of business. Rules of business. Who came with these rules? Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhu. Where he learned from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Okay? Let me give you an example of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. نهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الصوم على صوم أخيه ونهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الخطبة على خطبة. If you go to somebody's house and ask for his daughter, and I go for somebody's house and then say to him that I have a son and please give me, daughter for my son. Everybody knows that I went to that particular house because I'm looking for her, for his daughter, for my son. At that time, you are not allowed to go for your son.
Yeah.
Because There's something going on between me and him because I am interested in his daughter for my son. So you need to wait until he makes decision about my son whether he's want to give him his daughter or not.
Yeah.
When he makes decision, that's how you need to come in. Yes. نهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الخطبة على خطبتي ونهى النبي عن السوم على سوم أخي. Let me give you an example. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went in the market and somebody was selling a specific type of donkey that is only comes for Anbiya. And that was a Jew, old man, he was selling it. So Prophet Muhammad started talking to him. They agreed upon price. Prophet Muhammad said to him, let me bring money from her. Prophet went to house. This greedy man, greedy old man, he started talking to someone else, this Jews, and he found someone else was giving someone more money. In meanwhile, Prophet Muhammad came. So Prophet Muhammad said, we actually agreed upon price. That's a long story. But what I'm trying to say, that is a rule of business. If there two people are talking about something, you want to buy this and I want to sell it upon you, and I'm selling it for £3, and there's another person coming and he's saying to me, no, I'm going to give you £5. That's wrong. That's wrong. Let me finish it with him. When we finish, whether it's a £5 or 3 or 4 or whatever, after that, if I'm not giving it to him, you need to come in. You can't barge in when I'm talking, when there is two people talking, one is selling it, the other one is buying it. We call it rules of business. A biggest rule of business to make you understand. In the books, if you want to sell a house in Muslim country, rule is you will have to inform both of your neighbors. If your neighbor that is in front of you lives closer to you, you will have to inform them as well. Without informing them, you are not allowed to sell your property. That's written in the books. You can. This is the rule of business. Why? Because if you sell a house, somebody else will buy it. God knows how that person gonna be. How that person gonna
be.
Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullah was living in a village. And somebody started selling the house, his house. So he say the house was originally, price was £100,000. He put it on 100,000, 1 million. Somebody came to him, what's happening to you? The house is 100,000, the house worth 100,000. He said, I'm now selling my house. I'm selling my neighbor. My neighbor is like Abdullah ibn Mubarak rahmatullahi ta'ala. If you are not here, he will look after your wife, he will look after your kid, he will look after you as if you are here. So I'm not selling my house basically, I'm selling my
neighbor.
You understand what I'm trying to say? We call it rules of business. So rules of business, where this is not related to Sharia, it is related to Taqween. So we need to understand both of the things. Quran contains both of knowledges, whether the knowledge of Sharia or whether the knowledge of May Allah give us tawfiq to understand. Jazakumullahu khair al-jazai fi dunya wal akhirah. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khair khalqihi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Jazakumullahu my brothers. Thanks for coming. Jazakumullah.
Inshallah, this program will continue week after next. So every alternative Saturday, inshallah, the tafsir of the Quran will continue. And likewise, every Friday at Tooting Islamic Center, we have Bukhari Sharif. So please come and join there as well. And advertise, inform your family, your friends, everyone. Jazakallah khair. Allah yazikum ya ikhwan.